They point out great things like they want the American government continues to ask the Maliki government or the United Iraqi Alliance. How often do you hear that? The United Iraqi Alliance. That is the political group that Maliki um, is supported by, and they are the group that is the strength behind this government that we helped elect. Okay? They are a Shiite-dominated group, and we are asking this Maliki government to correct the mistakes that we made when we originally went in there. They point out that we made three main mistakes: de-Baathification, the dismantling of the Iraqi army, and creating a loose federalist system of government. And they point out that what we are asking that government to do is to correct these mistakes. And very astutely, they point out the problems in asking them to do this. One is that they are Shiite dominated. And the Baathification, or Baathists, were at crosshairs with the Shiite philosophy. So they are very distrustful of former Ba'athist members and, of course, of Sunni politicians. So to ask them to trust a group that they've been warring with politically and philosophically for 1500 years seems to be a very illogical demand on our part. Putting an Iraqi army together that is still mostly Shiite and asking them to be loyal to the Americans is also a very dicey proposition, because as we have seen over and over again, the Shiite militias have a little bit more power and say, it appears, over the Iraqi army than we do. And they point out a story that happened just the day before where an American soldier was killed in between a checkpoint of the Iraqi army and the Iraqi local police. And there were many, they said, well, maybe they didn't say many, but they said many witnesses who said that the Iraqi army and the Iraqi police escorted the people who set a bomb in between these checkpoints that killed the American soldier. We are now funding groups, Sunni insurgent groups, that were our enemy just a few months ago. And so we're also funding the Shiite-dominated government. Now, these two sides are directly opposed to each other, and we're asking them to reconcile very quickly before our political elections. Listen, read the article. I don't have enough time to reiterate everything from the article, but the main thing is it's from these 7 very intelligent servicemen who are on the ground. And Tucker Carlson and his guests would rather talk about whether they should be punished rather than talking about the merits of what they're actually saying. He's even misquoting them. This is divisive and nefarious journalism, and I ask YouTube to please post this and be fair and democratic and allow people to watch this very carefully and then read the article, or vice versa. They mentioned that the main problem, of course, is that these people don't have electricity. There are 2 million people in refugee camps, 2 million people displaced. How do you expect people with no electricity, no phone, living in the fear of their lives, to start thinking intellectually and intelligently about a proper government or sharing of oil wealth or anything like that? This surge, of course, will create temporary security. It's just you got more men. Anyway, my time's running out, so this has been my response. Please post it.